When you're a full-time traveler, you have to sometimes stop and get your medical care, dental care, and all that taken care of. So that's one reason we use camp hosting sometimes. We're at Riverside State Park in Spokane, Washington, and we just had a couple days off, so it's time for us to go back on duty. When we're camping out in the forest or camp hosting, in the back of my mind is always, what if there's a fire? Everything seems to be burning up anymore. I always like to have an idea of which way we can get out of the campground if we need to, whether we're camp hosting or just camping. Could be a lightning strike or somebody just leaving an unattended fire. But then there's also the arsonists. Here, you can see it's really dry in the forest. And we've hardly gotten any rain all summer in Washington State. And some weird arsonist people are out starting fires across the river. It started about a month or so ago. And one night we were in bed, we heard one of the campers outside our trailer talking really loud. So we went out to see what was going on. And we looked out the window and there was a big fire going on across the way. Fortunately, he saw it and they got it out early. So we called the ranger, and he had already heard the 911 call, and he was on his way to try to find out who was or what was going on. It's such a big park, I don't know if they'll ever find him, and I don't know what drives people to do this kind of thing. I guess there's a lot of reasons that people might be an arsonist. They like the thrill of chasing the fire and the chaos it causes, and some people just want the attention. The river's really low now that it's the end of summer. The news is even reporting about the fires. Last month there were about 4 or 5, and there's even more this month. The rangers have been reassigned some of their duties so they can patrol over there more, but they don't have that many rangers and it's a huge park. It's so hot that we don't even see many birds anymore, but it's a pretty walk along the river. Oops, almost tripped. I should probably pay attention to where I'm walking because there's lots of rocks and obstacles along here. Mike's out at the dentist early this morning, so I thought I'd get some of my walking in before he got back. Even though it's really dry, I enjoy this, but it's August and it is so hot out here. Yesterday too, we're getting a respite from the heat, but then it's going to go back to the 90s. But I think it is everywhere. How was the weather where you are? We started camp hosting 6 or 7 years ago, just a few months a year, sometimes up to 6 months a year, because we both retired early and we didn't want to spend all our savings too soon, and we wanted it to grow a little longer. So we took up camp hosting to defray some of the costs. We thought we'd give it a shot, and it worked out really well for us. I did do a video on how to become a camp host, and I'll link it up in the description. It can be a bit of a hassle moving from place to place in an RV in the summer because everything books up on the weekends. So that was another good reason to camp host. We will be heading back to Colorado. Mike has jury duty. Become residents of a different state rather than Colorado, but we're fine with going back for jury duty. We have to go back anyway. I don't know when mine will be. I tried to get it changed to the same time, but they weren't able to accommodate us, so it's all good. In the past, we've camp hosted on the beaches of Washington and Oregon, but for some reason we felt the need to come to the desert in August. Years ago, I was a traveling nurse and we were in Seattle, and they had an opening with an urgent need for the critical care in Spokane, and that's what brought us here originally. And we've been coming back for quite a while, but I think we've pretty much Spokaned ourselves out. It's been good because we like the bike riding and going across to Coeur d'Alene, across the border in Idaho. You can see our campground at Bowl and Pitcher's really nice. We downloaded the Watch Duty app so that we can get notifications if there's a fire. And this is the great camp host site that we have. The one up above in the upper campground is just dusty, and here you have a paved road, which makes it much less dusty. And we can sit outside and look at the river, mostly at night because it's too hot during the day. Coeur d'Alene's just across the state line. It's not very far, so we like riding the trail to Coeur d'Alene. And then just across the river is the Centennial Trail that goes clear to the Idaho border. I was going to say Canadian, but we're in Idaho and Washington. Along the river, the Spokane River, they have these signs to let them know if there's a leak from the wastewater treatment plant up the river. They put in a new treatment plant and it seems to be doing fine. But you just call 344 fish if you see any sewage overflow. Yuck. It looks like a clown car.
Wanna go cruising, baby?
I'm with you. This is one of the easiest camp host positions. We basically just make sure the sites are clean.
Another job well done.
And answer questions. So this is probably our last time camp hosting. It's been really good for us, but we're ready to move on. Half the time I forget to change it to on duty. I always have it on off duty. We appreciate you coming along. Wait, are you still here? Thanks. Hit that like button.